Welcome, everyone. This is our usual Saturday practice of breathe, shake, dance, which is a somatic mindfulness practice of movement and creativity and joy and moving tension and anything that's stuck in our body that would be helpful to have it released. This is also part of Breathing Week. We're going to do some alternate nostril breathing at the end of our usual practice. Usually we do about 15 minutes on Saturdays, and so we'll do closer to the 25 or 30 minutes today. The song that we're going to work with today is Annie Lennox and the Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. So let's go into the practice. This is a familiar practice for many of us. A lot of people do this every Saturday together, which is such a wonderful thing to be able to do. We always start with mindfulness. What does it feel like to be me right now? What does it feel like to be here, doing a practice in community? We get very familiar with some things, and as we get more familiar with it, we have a more accurate prediction of our experience. If you've been coming to these practices a lot, especially the Saturday practice, which we're doing now, you have that experience of whatever happens as you're doing that practice. Almost everybody says it's really fun and releases something. Notice what's in your mind right now is a prediction of how this is going to go. Of course, if you're new to it, you don't have as much of an ability to predict because you don't know yet. Something about this, though, attracted you to come here and do this together. Let's start with breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. 2 minutes of soft belly breathing. As you're doing that, get yourself in a comfortable place where you can breathe so you're not slumped over or something. We need to have a little bit of room in our diaphragm area, the lower chest, to breathe. And let's just start this. So it's a little bit longer on the exhalation if you want, or you could do an even breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth. And as you're breathing out, let your belly soften. And I'll keep track of the time. So you could just really focus on your experience. Breathing in enough and then breathing out a little bit longer. And as you're breathing out, let your belly soften. Let your shoulders relax. Let your whole body release tension. And then that gives us a bit more room for an inhale and then a longer exhale again. Doing this for a couple of minutes is very helpful. It gives us an opportunity to let our body release and relax, get rid of some of the excess carbon dioxide in the exhale. Just in through the nose, out through the mouth. Softening your belly on the exhale. Notice what's happening in your mind. Try to keep your mind focused on the practice, on your experience in your body and with your breath. And as you're breathing out, loosen up anything that's tight. Forehead, eyebrows, eyes, neck and shoulders, down through to your feet. Now we're going to do a couple minutes of shaking. So you can do this sitting down, or if you want, you could stand. Let's just start to move the body. You can start slow, a little faster. I like to have my feet firmly on the ground so that I can tell what's going on. And just so I have that base, you can bounce a little or jump. Move your hips, move your shoulders. I find that's the two most important areas, hips and the shoulders. Notice what it feels like. You can have your arms moving around. You could do this slow, like a flow. See if you can get a little bit of vigor into it as well. You can stand on one leg, really give the other one a good shake, all the way down to the ankles and toes. We often have a lot of stored energy in the large muscles of the thighs. Bring your hands and fists and then throw the energy into the ground. Make some noise. Do whatever you want to do this last couple of 20 seconds or so to release anything out of your body that's stuck in there. And then coming back, you can stand for this or however you want to be positioned. Back to the soft belly breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And use this time to notice how your body feels. What's your energy level? If you go back through and notice tightness or softness in your body, what's changed? Was it fun to do that? Was it helpful? What's your experience? There's no right or wrong answer to this. And as you're breathing out, you could let the exhalation be longer, soften your belly, let your whole body relax from head to toes as you breathe out. All week, we've been working with the ease and continuity in the breath. Notice if you're holding your breath. If you are, see if you could let that release so that you have a bit more of a smooth continuity to the breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now we're going to move into the dance part. You can do this again however you want, sitting, lying down. If you're listening to this on the recording, pause, put on some dance music, 3 to 5 minutes. When you're finished, come back to the recording. Let's come back into the breathing. Notice how you feel. Notice what's going on in your system. Often we really have a lot of fun with that. For some people, it's really early in the morning, and some it's afternoon or later in the morning. So, whatever your time zone is, notice how it feels in your body. And let's go back into the breath. In through the nose. And these long, slow exhales through the mouth. Let your belly soften as you breathe out. And notice the difference now. This is the third time we've done the soft belly breathing. Notice what it feels like now compared to when you first began and right after the shaking. Notice the energy in the body, perhaps a sense of aliveness. Notice your breath, what's going on there. Deep inhales. Let your body oxygenate again. We used a little bit more dancing than we do when we're sitting. A few long, slow exhales. Let your exhalation go as long as you can. If you breathe out like you're breathing out through a thin straw, often it can extend quite a few seconds. Before you get any sense of scarcity, move right into the inhale. And notice your whole body, head to toes. Notice if you're in a position where you can breathe well, where your body's comfortable. Can always change, move around. We're going to stay with the breath, but we're going to move into alternate nostril breathing or joyful breath. Let's again notice the flow of breath in the nostrils and let your breath come to an even length. Exhale and inhale about the same. That smooth continuity of the breath. We're going to do the breathing for a little bit longer today than the other days we've done it. But we always start the same. Bring your awareness into the sensations in your nostrils. We use the ring finger and the thumb so you can block off one nostril and then the other. And notice which one has more air, or breathe in deeply. Notice which one is cooler. That's the active nostril. And then begin to let your awareness flow. This works on several levels. There's a physical breath. Then let your awareness flow in the nostrils, but also in the subtle energy channel between the eyebrow center and behind the forehead and the base of the nose where the nostrils meet the upper lip. Let that flow with your breath. That smooth, even, continuous breath. Let your awareness flow with that. And then if you like to use the mantra, so hum, you allow that sound to rise in your mind and flow in that same rhythm. Inhaling so, exhaling hum, so. So you have that continuity of the breath, of the flow of awareness and the sound, the mantra, so hum. Today, let's do a little bit of a different pattern, starting with close off your passive nostril and exhale through your active nostril, and then inhale through your passive nostril. Exhale through your active nostril, inhale through your passive nostril using a single breath. Next exhalation, change direction. Exhale through your passive nostril, inhale through your active nostril. If you're not used to the practice, it might take a few minutes to really settle in, but don't worry about that. Exhale through your passive nostril, inhale through your active. Take your time. Next exhale, change to your active nostril, inhaling through your passive. And now change direction. Exhale through your passive nostril, inhale through your active nostril. Let your mind settle. Next exhale through your active nostril, inhaling through your passive. Let the circle of breath move in that direction. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. Listen to the sound in your mind. And change direction again. Exhale through your passive nostril, inhale through your active. Again, change direction. Exhale through your active nostril, inhale through your passive nostril. Change, exhale through your passive nostril, inhale through your active nostril. Let your mind be really focused on the breath, the flow of awareness, the sound. When you finish your next inhale, bring your hand down and follow the flow of breath now in both nostrils. Notice the physical sensations of the breath as well as that flow of awareness from the eyebrow center to the base of the nose, that smooth continuity of the breath. Listening to the sound of the mantra and flow in your mind, inhaling so, exhaling hum. Let your mind be still. Going to do the next is a complete breath. Bring your hand up into position again and exhale and inhale through your active nostril and then switch to the passive. So each time you exhale, you change nostrils. Same smooth, effortless flow of breath, awareness, and sound. If your passive nostril doesn't have quite enough airflow, you can leave a little bit of air flowing through the active nostril as well. Intend with your mind that both nostrils will flow equally. Passive nostril will open up a bit. Exhaling, inhaling, let your mind be steady and focused. Listening to the sound, so hum. Next time you finish your inhale through the passive nostril, bring your hand down. Follow the flow of breath, awareness, and sound in both nostrils again. That energy channel, this Ashumna channel from the eyebrow center to the base of the nostrils. Let everything else move to the background. Let your mind be still. Inhaling so, exhale hum. Now we're going to go into the several breaths on each side. So bring your hand up again if you're using your hand. Exhale and inhale through the active nostril. Next exhale, change to the passive nostril. Keep your mind focused. Flow of awareness, the sound, the breath. Take your time. Next exhale to the active nostril. Back to the passive nostril. Notice the sensations in the nose as you're breathing in and out through your passive nostril. And then back to your active nostril again. Exhale, inhale through your active nostril. And change again to your passive nostril. Let your awareness flow with the mantra in your mind. When you're ready, when you finish that inhale, bring your hand down and follow the flow in both nostrils again. That flow of awareness in that central channel from the eyebrow center to the base of the nostrils and back. Smooth continuity of the breath, the vibration, the sound of the mantra flowing in your mind. And then let go of the physicalness of the breath and bring your awareness just into that energy. So it's flowing down a thin stream of light from your eyebrow center behind the forehead. Through the base of the nose, inhaling so, exhaling hum. If you have time and you wanted to sit longer for meditation, this often has a very calming, stilling effect in the mind. It's a good time to meditate. Thank you all for being here. Notice again, how do you feel in your body, your breath, your energy? I hope you can join us tomorrow for day 7.